So a few years ago, a friend of mine came to me and asked to start a business. It's a landscape service, project-based business, and things have been going well. We've been growing, making money, and then out of the blue said that, he doesn't want to continue the partnership anymore. And we have an operating agreement. So I said, okay, well, we'll go about it the way that the agreement says, get a valuation done. And I kind of did that, whereas he is saying, no, the business isn't worth anything. It's only worth what we own. And I believe that's different based on, the goodwill and the cash flow and the profit that we've made. And we've kind of reached a stalemate at this point, where to go from here as far as how to kind of leverage the situation to kind of get this clean and over with. I got a
So
baby
does he
coming
not
in
want
a
to
month,
pay to
and
get a valuation because he thinks it's worth nothing? Is that the deal?
no, he doesn't want to pay for the company. He kind of just wants to dissolve it and then start the exact same thing on his own, the second that that's done.
What does the valuation cost?
1,500 to 2,500, depending on.
And have you done that
who you
already?
go
Have you
with.
gotten an evaluation?
I've got an informal one, and then I spoke with an SBA lender that's a friend of mine and gave him our tax returns and said, hey, say I was trying to buy out my business partner. What would you guys approve, on a loan? Because obviously they're not in the business of making bad deals. And they said a valuation of around 775, so making my 50% shares anywhere from that 350 to 360 range.
Yeah, that's a big gap from it's worth nothing to it's worth $750,000.
Exactly.
What's stopping you from doing that?
I don't. That's not the issue. It's that whatever that valuation comes back as, he's going to say, no, it's not worth that. I'm not paying that. Why don't you just buy me out, and then there's a 2-year non-compete attached to our operating agreement. But
well, if it's worth nothing, then you don't have to buy him out. Isn't that what he's saying?
That's what I'm thinking. I don't understand.
Let it be worth nothing and go, all right, there's nothing to give you.
And then he can leave and start his own thing, right?
yes,